Alright guys, Quantum back here again with another Dark Souls 3 user requested weapon review, and this time we're going to be looking at the Gotthard Twinswords. I know you guys are probably going to be like, why am I using this weapon? This is a try-hard weapon, everyone knows it's good already, but there are some strategies that you would want to use if you want to really try to go at it and win in PvP with these swords. They're not just in a quick easy mode, even though they are very, very good. There is a few things that you need to understand if you want to be really successful with it. We played about 17 matches, we won 16 and we lost 1. And it really comes down to you understanding the neutral game in Dark Souls. That's spacing, when to go in for your pokes, how to bait opponents' parries. This is not a weapon that can generally control space very well. Don't get me wrong, you can spam it out when enemies are rolling around you. You do risk getting parried, but it's not a weapon that you can kind of just wait for opponents to rush you down and then just bust it out and easily catch them like you can with ultra great swords. You can still do it, just not as effectively. With these smaller weapons, you're going to want to play more agile, and I kind of covered this with my katana video, but you're going to want to play kind of that rush down defensive style where you're kind of going in for quick pokes and then rolling away. Now, like I said at the beginning, in order to be good with these weapons or be most effective, you have to learn how to bait the parry, because the one weakness of smaller weapons is they are very easy to get parried. Now, if you do see an enemy with a like a fist weapon in their hand and they're one-handing their weapon, they have the fist in the other hand or a shield, it's likely that they're going to try to parry you. So don't be rolling around as much, or if you are rolling around, try to bait the parry. Do not use the rolling L1. That is what most people expect you to do, and it's very easy to parry, to be honest. I mean, you know how many times that I've caught people just rolling at me with L1, and I bust out a parry, and you can get them easily in that match. I know I don't really record those matches, but maybe I will if you guys want to see them. But if you do see somebody one-handing a weapon and they're ready to parry you, what I like to do is, if I can play a little bit more reactive, you roll towards them, you try to bait out the parry. If you see them starting up with their weapon, just roll away or roll to the side, just get away from them. Or even try to contest them if you see them starting up their weapon, see if you can knock them out of it. And one of the things that I really like to use with this sword is the Leo ring for the extra 10% counter damage. If you see them, again, one-handing their weapon, they have their fist weapon in the other hand, roll towards them. If you see them trying to parry, just delay the L1, get up, and you can actually just do a normal L1 combo on them. It is a little bit delayed, so just make sure that you are not pressing L1 too early. What I like to do is just push forward or keep holding forward, and as a result of that, I don't end up coming out with the L1 attack, as you guys can see there. So I roll, and I don't push forward on my thumbstick, and I come up with the L1. But if I'm holding forward after I roll, you can see that I bust out with the L1 really quickly. So it's a really good way to punish people trying to parry you and add a little bit of a mix-up game to your repertoire, I guess you can call it. Being a straight sword with modest damage, 389 for me on a quality build with 40 strength, 40 dexterity. It does good damage. It has a standard straight sword combo. It's a long straight sword. It's longer than most other straight swords in the game, which makes it, in my opinion, a little bit better. This is actually probably the best straight sword in the game. So do keep that in mind. Just because you do have the standard very quick R1 slash, you have the L1 combo damage for a twin weapon, you have the very overpowered rolling L1. Again, if you see an enemy two-handing their weapon or not trying to parry you, you're free to abuse this, and it has an amazing hitbox. And what's nice about it is you can actually catch enemies a lot. If enemies roll away from you, if they're trying to back up or whatever it might be, or even you can catch them on a counter, start up on their attack or something like that, you can deal a lot of damage. Because if you guys notice, when you roll, you gain a little bit of extra range as your character kind of lunges forward. So this makes it very easy to catch enemy rolls as well. If you kind of bust out this L1 as they're rolling away or as they're recovering from their roll away, you can dish out a lot of damage. So those are just some of the tactics that I use with this weapon. Aside from that, again, it's going to go back to the general spacing, knowing how to rush enemies down. This weapon is fast. It's going to win out on most trades. Again, you have to be very wary of hyper armor, and if you are playing against enemies with heavier weapons, you have to kind of go in for those pokes and roll away, or if you see them that they're staggered, do the combo, roll away. Don't get greedy with these weapons. They are kind of a battle of attrition. You got to wear down your opponent. If you get too greedy, you're going to get comboed, because after the 2 hits, your enemy's going to come out with their attack and they're going to combo the hell out of you. If you've watched any of my PvP videos against people that I fought who are using smaller weapons against me and I'm using the heavier weapon, you've seen me do that. And if they hit you with their heavy weapon, they're going to combo you for probably 800 or more damage. So it is a weapon that you're going to have to be agile with. It's going to be a weapon you're going to have to learn spacing, and it's going to be a weapon that you have to learn how to avoid and bait the parries. If you can do that, you can be extremely successful with these weapons. Not to mention that there is the R1 L2 R2 combo that you can use, and the L1 R2 the L1 L2 R2 combo as well. I don't use them in these PvP fights because I'm probably going to get enough hate as it is, just using these swords, but they were requested for somebody to break down a little bit of extra strategies for, and this is what I found most effective for me. If you do use these combos, you will deal probably between 800 and 1100 points of damage to an enemy. You will end matches extremely quick and extremely fast. And just, I mean, I think I mentioned it earlier, out of all the matches that I played, the one that I lost, I didn't even lose to a parry. I just got randomly, I guess, out-traded, I guess you can call it. But out of all those matches, the 17 matches we played, only one person parried me, or was able to parry me, and we were able to still win that match. So once you become good at baiting the parries, these swords really become hard to counter, just because they are so quick, they are so agile, they have a lot of range, and their combo damage is absolutely amazing. So that's enough rambling on. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you think of these strategies. If you have any pointers, please drop them in the comment section, and let me know of anything else you want to see in these series that I do where I kind of break down weapons for other people. But let's get into the actual PvP matches, guys. Thank you for staying with me and the support. I love you guys. Quantum is out.